beautiful night coming on strong. What's up, Periscopers? If you're on the replay, thanks for joining us. And remember, you can still heart it up and you can still share, and I do check. It is gorgeous. Just wanted to share that with you guys. This is just a serene moment, and I just wanted to share it with y'all. Well, it sure is. So, make sure you guys are super positive on this. If you guys want to share this one out, go for it. If not, no worries. But I'm going to be talking about the 3 T's of selling, especially when you're talking about selling to a crowd. Oh, awesome. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing the love. Flip the camera around. Get you set up here. Awesome. So you guys still get to enjoy the background. So how's everybody doing? Where are you coming from? Tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm going to get started here just in a second. So hope everybody's Monday is doing good, and you guys are enjoying yourself wherever you're at in the world. Basically, on this scope, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the 3 T's to selling. Los Angeles, what's up? Thanks for sharing too, by the way. What's up? Robert from Boca Raton. What's up, Robert from Boca Raton? I've got family in Boca Raton. I don't get out to Florida very often though, but you have to give me some hearts for that at least. I've been there, and my grandparents used to live there, and hopefully I'll get out there here soon. Alberta, Canada, cool. Alberta's not too bad. I remember you on my last scope. Alright, so in this scope, like I said, in this Periscope, I'm going to be talking to you guys, about the 3 T's in selling. And I'm not talking about necessarily just selling people one-to-one, which is a big component to what what I do teach. Typically I teach peer-to-peer, but also sometimes I like to teach on a broader level, or show other people how they can teach on a broader level. You know, there's a lot of ways that you can repurpose your content, but you got to make sure that there's some key elements in your content when you do give it out there, because in order for you to start a tribe, or to get a following, or have a good message for people to want to listen to, you've got to be interesting, right? You got to be compelling, you got to be interesting. But the 3 T's, the first one is, and actually too, before I get into it, I learned this from Andy. I want to give them props, because if I'm sharing someone else's information, I want to give them props. So I learned this from Andy Jenkins and Mike Filsaime, but really Andy Jenkins, okay? He taught this concept called the 3 T's, and it makes total sense, especially in today's informational economy that we live in, because people have to get to know, like, and trust you. And so on a bigger platform, in order for people to get to know, like, and trust you, there has to be 3 things that go on, okay? The 3 T's. So I know you guys are probably waiting on anticipation. I'm talking it up, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that you need to be good at is you need to be good at teaching, okay? You need to understand that you could be good at teaching. So in order to teach is basically to duplicate, to duplicate information to somebody. And in order to teach, you have to first learn it, do it, and then teach it, right? So if you can learn it and you can do it, then you can show someone else how to do it. The second thing that happens automatically when you're good at teaching is you put people in what's called transcend, okay? That's the second T. To transcend is basically where you get people that are hopefully not zoning out, but they're at least letting information soak into their subconscious and their conscious mind. So if to transcend information, you got to have that T. Now the last T, the third T, is to transact, okay? You have to make a sell, or not necessarily a sell like for a monetary term, but a sell for something. What we like to call it in the internet marketing world is a call to action. So if you ever notice on a lot of my scopes, at the end of them, I'll have some sort of call to action at the end, where it's basically hopefully compelling you enough to go there to learn more about the things that I want to teach you guys about, which is mainly how to monetize life, how to make money, and how to win at life. So what do you guys think about that topic so far? And I can elaborate it a little bit more too. But I just wanted to get a quick sip of water before I did that. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that's super beneficial? I mean, it's a very simple thing. If you guys notice too, I'm really big at 3 things. I always want to bring things down. Thank you. Best advice you've heard so far. Well, that's good. I hope so. Hope that's good. I hope it's beneficial for you. The way that you say that, though, it's interesting. It's very interesting. It makes me think about maybe you're in a position in life right now where you're starting to recircuit your mind to be more positive about things, because sometimes what way you say things can have like innuendos in them. You know, you got to be careful on how you say things. Just saying, just putting it out there. Yeah, simple is powerful, but also like keeping it simple is like the three things. If you can take anything, like there was a scope I did about when you go to events, you know, instead of getting over, like getting shot in the face with a fire hose, I've heard some people say, because it's too much information. So what I've been given good advice, and I've always done this, is to break things down into threes, right? So that's why the three T's really struck home for me. So you want to teach, and remember what I said about teaching. In order to teach, you have to learn, do, then teach. Learn, do, teach. And if you still can't teach, just do, and then you can duplicate, because to teach is to duplicate knowledge into someone else. Now, there is a couple of things that some of my mentors have said to me, like once you get close to a mentor, obviously there's things that will be opened up at that time. And so don't take me the wrong way when I say this, but it's true. So one of the things is you can't polish a turd. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that before. Learn, do, teach. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard that. You can't polish a turd. So sometimes when you're teaching someone, you can't polish them because they're in a spot mentally where they are unteachable. And sometimes you have to realize that. Now, I believe in people, completely do. But if you do polish a turd, what happens usually? What happens when you cut a turd in half? You have two turds. Anyway, I thought that was funny. I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Anyways, just to kind of go back onto it. So anyways, learn, do, teach, to transcend. Thank you for the view. Yeah, it's sick. It's awesome up here, and I'm glad you guys can enjoy it with me. So you have to transcend. So right now, hopefully I'm transcending you with my background, right? You guys get to enjoy an after a sunset moment here at South Lake Tahoe, which is stunning, unbelievably beautiful. Kingberry Grade in the house. Well, I'm not in Kingberry Grade, but I'm in Zephyr Cove. So I'm in Zephyr Beach area. So if you know where that's at, yeah, I know where Kingsbury is though. Transcend us from being turds, laugh out loud. No way, you guys aren't turds. You guys are diamonds in the rough. Okay, that's the difference. Because you're here, you're making a conscious decision to change for the better. So right now, you might be a piece of coal that's being compacted right now to become a diamond in the rough, and then eventually cut to being something that's beautiful and very, very valuable. So think about that. Or you might be already a diamond. You guys might already be diamonds. I don't know who I'm talking to. Never do. But the idea is just to get the message out there and train you guys on some of the things that I've learned over the years, and what better place to do it than here on Periscope. So awesome. Yeah, I really love the hearts that you're giving me. I can tell that there's a lot of purple hearts, so I know it's you. So thank you. Do you guys have any questions for me about this? Obviously, the second one is transcending. Transcending is just getting people almost in a transcendental position to where they're actually soaking things up. Their minds open up and they're soaking things up. And then the third thing is basically to transact, to have a call to action. Now, the reason why people, if you think about the psychology of that, is because now when you teach someone, you've just given them value. You've given them value in their life. You don't mean those hearts? What the heck, man? What the heck? Anyways, you still have an egg on your head. You need to fix your egghead, man. TV Skater, laugh out loud. At TV Skater? Oh, I guess that must be the other person that was giving hearts. Thank you guys for the hearts. But to transcend too, guys, is basically not only teaching people, but also to memorize them, because what happens is that you become like an authority figure, okay? Like an authority figure. So if you think about that, it's like an authority figure. Once someone becomes an authority figure, that means that you've gotten to like them, and you've gotten to trust them, and you've gotten to know them. Just like the know, like, and trust that everybody talks about. Know, like, and trust. Teach, transcends, transact. Okay, this is very simple stuff, but if you think about how you can use that somewhere in your sales pitch or your message or anything like that, you know, it's important. And now the most important part, obviously it's good to have knowledge to pass it. Obviously it's good to learn how to teach people, and also to pass the information on, pass the baton. But the third thing is a lot of she feels right now your energy is the best I felt watching others. Millionaire advice, yeah. Too high on drugs. Man, if you're too high on drugs, this is probably not the place for you, man. Your mind is expanded over somewhere else. Who knows where you're at? So on the last thing is basically the most important thing, which is the call to action. Okay, the call to action. In order for you to build a tribe, build a list, which is one of the most important things that you should do, is have a way to get people to sign up. I follow this other guy, and his advice is so bloodily arrogant. Yeah, no worries, guys. The cool thing about Periscope is, like, if someone does something stupid or negative on here, you can totally block them out. Yeah, or you can give hearts, which is cool. Hey, Wire High, give me tons of hearts, man. You can only give 500 hearts, by the way, per scope. So if you've hit your 500 limit, you can actually swipe out and X out and then come back in. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I appreciate your time. Definitely just something to think about. I didn't do a scope earlier today, and I wanted to have an opportunity to speak with you guys again. So for just one minute or two, if you guys have some questions, rapid fire me some questions. Be very clear about your questions, concise, and use the least amount of words as possible. In order for us to use the question, that's the only way to do it. Thank you, man. Thanks for the hearts. Hey, thank you. Thank you for listening. I will keep pumping these out. By the way, while we're waiting for someone to ask any questions, I've got a couple of things going on. Okay, one of them is a heart challenge. Once I hit 1 million hearts, I'm going to be giving away a Kindle Fire. Okay, you can have an opportunity to win that. Lessons learned from developing your app. Lessons learned from developing my app, huh? Which app are you referring to? I've got a couple of them. Which app are you referring to? And then I'll tell you what lessons. Exciting. Yeah, it's exciting, man. Nothing happens until someone gets excited. I can't understand what you're saying. Doodle jahump. I think you mean dude jump or something like that. Yeah, I should jump over here. It's only like 3 stories high plus like another story off of a cliff. So what else? What else do you guys? You got that one question. Which one are you referring to? Which app are you referring to? Okay, I've got 2 different apps. But like I was saying, you guys, you got to have that call to action at the end. And also, my 1 million heart challenge is the only way to get there. Don't recall, you should. That would be exciting. Sorry, that's not on this scope, man. I'm trying to watch all your scopes. Cool. So yeah, if you go to winatlife.us, you can sign up and get 20 top productivity ebook that'll help you trailblaze and skyrocket your business and your life. These are 20 tips that I use in my life every day, all the time, okay? I also give mad props to the people that have shown me the way that I actually show them on there. Do I lift? No, not really. I used to a long time ago. winatlife.us. It's a very simple website to go to, and you can win yourself a Kindle book, which you can read all of your books with. Okay, cool. I'll talk about that. Also, by the way, I'm coming out with a product called Tracker with 2 R's. Can't really find it anywhere on the web yet. But because of all that exact question that you had right there about developing an app and stuff like that, this product actually helps eliminate that as long as you use it and your developer uses it. We're calling it Tracker. You can leave too if you don't want to stick around. So it's called Tracker. Okay, what the Tracker app does, it's an app for your phone, or it's an app for the website itself. It's a SaaS product, and basically what it does is it helps you communicate better with developers, because there's always this dialect change. Sometimes there's like a change in your languages and dialect languages, especially if you're working with someone like in India, Philippines, other places out of the country, even the UK, okay? Even the UK, but you can use this for anywhere. You can use it for anywhere in the world. And basically what it does is it's like creating support tickets for your for each of your features and sub-features. So the problem that I see, and I see this all the time, guys, even with friends that are developing products, is that they'll have all these features and all this stuff that they're trying to work on, and they'll get lost in this feed. It's like this feed of foreverness. Even they'll start new feeds, and it'll just be forever feeds, and you'll get lost. You'll forget about important features that you want to get developed by your developer. So this tracker platform, when we come out with it, I've been using it the whole time I built my last app, which is called Now Driven, and it's awesome. Okay, it's awesome because when things happen right away, they get fixed. It also, if you want to have support with your product that you're offering, it's highly recommended that you get support, or you have a support, but also that you have like a third line of support or a second line of support. And basically what you can use Tracker for is to get like bugs fixed and stuff like that. So even after you develop software, there's a lot of communicating that you still have to do with your developer. So that would help tremendously. As far as finding a developer, that process is not easy, okay? I will tell you that there's a lot of places you can go to find good developers, but you can run into problems. I've ran into problems with developers myself, but I'm going to give you a solid tip right now on how to find a good developer for your team. If you're building software, websites, apps, whatever you're looking to do, this is a super solid tip. So what you do is you go to Upwork, okay? Upwork.com. You write out a very clear, very concise like business summary of what you want to do, features, how it's going to work, wireframes if you can put them together, and then what you want to do after that is you want to find little components in there, okay, after you've put this together, or a mastermind. And in that component, once you know that one thing, what you'll do is you'll actually go and hire people just to build that one thing. Okay, you could go and hire like 5 to 10 different people, because what happens when you put a new post on Upwork is you're going to get hit up by 30 people, and I usually like to pay a little extra money for them to advertise it to even more, because I want to go broad, and I want to see all of my my opportunities there. I want to see all of the people and see what their backgrounds are and look at their portfolios. You got to spend time doing this, okay? It's not like an overnight process, but it is something that is very important because it's the foundation. Sounds like Dragon's Den. Sounds like Dragon's Den. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, it's a process. That's what I'm basically telling you. And then I'm telling you that you want to go broad with it, because what happens is that you will actually find someone good. Now, that one thing, that's the thing I was telling you about that's most important, is that you have that that one thing that they can do. You don't show them the whole world of everything you want to build. You show them one component that they can build, and you have 5 different teams do it for, say, I don't know, say $50 per person. So it's $250 ends up costing you that, but in the long run, it ends up saving you a ton of money, because, you know, when I built Now Driven, the first team I hired, this team just yesed me. Okay, a lot of times what happens is these teams will just yes you, because you're not talking to the developer, you're talking to their salesperson, and they're trained to tell everybody, yes, I can do anything. Dragon's Den is like Shark Tank. Cool, man. That's friggin' awesome. I'm glad you said that. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll definitely check it out. I love Shark Tank. So thanks for the compliment. I didn't know how to take it, so I was like, what's Dragon's Den? That sounds like something bad, but maybe it's cool. So if I took you the wrong way, I apologize, but basically that's it. You gotta go broad with it. Canadian version, awesome. Rock on. So you gotta go broad on it and hire a few people, 5 to 10 people to do a simple task. And if they can do it really well, and you see that they understood your communication very well, then that's going to be your team. And then you can go to them and say, hey, I've got a bigger project. You can even write it at the end. I've got a bigger project for you guys to work on. So what happened to me, like I was saying, was a team that I hired. Originally, I thought they were right because the guy was yesing me, and then he did build a product, but it was not up to my specs. It was not what it was supposed. Half the things that I wanted it to do was missing, and the company was coming back and asking for well over double what I was originally quoted. And on top of that, it got pretty messy, by the way. But on top of that, there was times where they dropped the ball for like months. Okay, it was like 6-7 months of complete wasted time, but it did teach me tons and tons of lessons of what not to do, so I could show someone else how to do it the right way. Perpetual circle, yeah, it can be. It definitely was. I mean, think about it. Like, I've been putting my heart and soul into something, and then getting to a situation where I have to go, would you ever use US development team of developers? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right now, though, I have a very, very good relationship with my developer in India, so it'd be really hard for me to do that. And he's solid, man. Sounds like a landscaping project being unattended. Yeah, it's any project being unattended. That's what happens, though. And you have no idea. Someone's missing, or someone in your group has disappeared. And there was guys that were like fired, and the company had restructuring and all this stuff. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I lost money and I lost time, but I did learn tons of lessons. So I don't look at it as a total loss, but it's definitely something that now I know what to watch out for. And the thing that happens when you start outsourcing, the more you do it, the better you get at it, just like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And I've been doing it for years, but I did it for like call centers and graphics and logos, stuff like that, until about 2.5 years ago. I started doing actual software and apps. So one of the apps that I created, you guys should check it out. It's called securitydepositsaver.com, or you can look it up, Security Deposit Saver, on Android or iOS. And it's a really cool, simple to use app that basically, if you're a renter and you're moving around, you can do your move in and your move out report with it. It takes pictures. You can basically document anything that happens, and it's like a legal document if you want it to be. Okay, it also can require signatures from both you and your landlord. So it's a pretty cool app, and it cost me like $5,000 to develop, if that. And one day I could probably sell it for a lot more. So it's one of those, and I haven't seen anything like it. I'm sure there probably is some copycats out there, but I haven't seen anything like it. We're like the first to do something like this. So it's an interesting concept. But you got to do your due diligence, and you got to do your you got to find out about that market. You got to understand where's the need, where's the problem, what could be the solution, and how you can use technology to leverage that as a solution. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. Definitely appreciate the hearts again. Let's get me to 1 million hearts so I can give this Kindle Fire away, and also see where we go from there. I'm repurposing all of this stuff on a YouTube page, and then I'm also going to be putting out, I catch these too, but I have them on a YouTube page, and I'm going to be sticking them on like a membership site that will be free, and it'll just be tons and tons and tons of free content that I can give out to you guys. So awesome, awesome, awesome. And you guys enjoy the rest of Monday. So we'll see you all soon.